We are following breaking news in Bellevue, where nearly 100 people have evacuated from their homes after a car hit a gas line on 156th Avenue Southeast. Police say officers tried to pull the driver over, but the car sped away and ended up crashing near Lake Hills Village. King 5's Angelique Cockaday just arrived on the scene moments ago. Angelique, what are you learning about this?
Well, Shantae, so we're in Bellevue. This is 156th Avenue here between 4th and Lake Hills Boulevard. The first thing to know, if you're in this area, if you're heading to this area at some point this morning, there is a police presence here, an active scene, as you can see behind me here. The second thing is the scene is starting to clear a bit, but again, that's after hours of really a massive fire and police presence here. The entire block between 4th and Lake Hills completely closed off. As you can see, a lot of those flashing lights in front of you. Again, because nearly, as you said, Shantae, 100 people were evacuated after a car hit a gas meter before hitting the Overlake Medical Clinic. That's again all happening here at the Lake Hills Village shopping complex. So that's what we know at this point. If you're taking a look at your screen, you might be seeing video of that car sort of right in front of the Overlake Clinic. That's again because the car did hit the building. We did get confirmation that it did hit the building, but then it sort of bounced off and probably ended up in some sort of ditch. So at this point, we do know that crews are working to remove that car and sort of get the tow truck, get the car out of the way. We're hoping to get a little bit closer to the scene so we can show you the gas line and things of that nature. But take a listen, because we do know that earlier this morning, a lot of the area, a lot of the homes and people around this immediate vicinity were evacuated, and police actually reverse called. So they called people in their homes, alerting them that the gas line had been cut, and they were working to turn it off. So take a listen to the size of sort of the scene here from police.
It's a fairly small radius. However, there's some denser housing in the area, so it may be a number of individuals that were affected.
Now, Shantae, as you said earlier, this all started shortly after 1:30 this morning when police were sort of following a vehicle, were pursuing a vehicle because of a traffic violation. That vehicle then started to speed, so police stopped their pursuit. And shortly after, that's when the vehicle did hit this, the village here, the shopping complex, the Overlake Medical Center shopping complex, and subsequently broke the line there. So at this point, we're going to stay on this story throughout the morning, bring you the latest here on King 5. Again, like I said, we're going to try to we just spoke with the police officer about 5 minutes ago before we got on live here. He told us that we could actually get a little bit closer to show you that line break and to see crews actually working on it, and maybe get a little bit closer and see some of that impact and some of that damage the car made to the building. Right now, though, we do know that police are still in search of both suspects that were in that vehicle. They did flee the scene on foot. For now, they're reporting live in Bellevue. Angelique Cockaday, King 5.